Rodeo, chaos, anarchy.
It's brutal, it's unpredictable, and it's relentless.
It's nothing like it.
Chaos, like the first thing that comes to mind.
And there's no quit. Like it's an all-day thing.
Just happy being there. I mean, I had a permanent grin there the whole time I was there. It's just a great place.
It is the epitome of off-road racing. There's really nothing else that can compare. Oracle Lynn, I'm the driver for 750 Racing. Take one. You know, so I used to race XRA, did a lot of short course, you know, a lot of fun little exhibition things, but this race really has it all.
As kids, I mean, I grew up in the mountains and the hills and off-road. I mean, that's all we knew. We didn't have concrete, so off-road trucks was the thing. We just literally grabbed a bunch of parts, bent some tubes. I remember sitting the seats on buckets and having an engine on a stand and axles there, and we're just bending tubes. We didn't know what the heck we were doing, but it worked.
The thing that it's hard to explain to people is he's capable of winning.
But I mean, I just put it behind me for, you know, the expense, the just day-to-day life, everything, raising kids. It really didn't dawn on me for a while. And I started telling some stories about watching these guys back when XRA days were going on. All of a sudden my daughter's like, do you miss racing? I was like, yeah. And it was like literally at that second, I was like, wow, I actually really miss racing. And then she's like, well, you should race. I think you should start racing again. She's 8, you know, so it's like, huh, maybe I should. And literally at that moment, I got on the phone, called my buddy Blake Saffel with 392 Media, and I was like, man, I'm thinking about KOH. I knew Blake had the connection of like, maybe he had some insight to something. Called him, and I think it was like, I don't know, underside of 2 weeks, a little over a week. He was like, dude, there's this car, it came up, like you should go check it out. Let's drive down there. It's actually in Denver, and we're up here near north of Boulder. I was like, dude, that's weird. That's really close, but let's see if it's a good truck. And it turned out to be a great truck. Man, what was it, like 12 days maybe or something from when we met up?
Yeah.
My daughter and I were watching a video, watching some Ultra 4, saw some old guys I used to race with. Then all of a sudden she's like, do you miss racing? I was like, yeah, I really do. She's just like, man, you should race. I was like, strange. I've kind of been in pattern. I think pattern we're all in, right? Just like kind of working, always thinking like we're not ready, always waiting to get ready for something. All of a sudden it clicked. Call you?
Call me. Yeah, I started, you know, scouting for a car, and I knew we needed 2 seats, and so yeah, and
all of a sudden, dude.
And honestly, like from, you know, being on the sideline and watching that course, the KOH course progress, it's like I thought a solid axle car would probably be a
That's what you kept saying.
Pretty damn good choice to get going, because yeah, there's like it seems like it's just progressively getting harder in the rocks, and So it's really cool. Like to have a car like this come up available is just kind of crazy.
It turned out to be the exact same truck that my daughter was watching on that video when she told me that I should start racing again. And yeah, then the truck was in our garage. We started prepping and scrambling, putting every last little piece in race suit and getting everything up to snuff so we could actually maybe make it to King of Hammers, and we actually made it out there.
King of the Hammers, it's just tough. Like again, it's varying terrain. There's so many variables. Like, you know, it could rain, it could be windy, it could be dry, and you don't know that till the day of the race. There's just ever changing, and then, you know, the obstacles change as well. So it's the toughest, in my opinion.
KOH is just the evolution of off-road, really. Of all the pure enthusiasts, all the people that are completely passionate about it, it's not the hobbyist mentality. It is the epitome of off-road racing. There's really nothing else that can compare. It is adrenaline meets chaos, like anything you could imagine that is going to happen and will happen to one of the racers during the race. Engines are blowing up, axles are exploding, tires are flying off. It is bizarre. You think you've checked every part 100 times and it comes loose.
You have to have a car that goes fast in the desert, then you have to have a car that will, you know, climb the rocks and hold up through all of it. It's not just, you know, the strongest parts.
It's the hardest single day off-road race for a reason. There's a lot of people that do know about it, and I'm not one of them yet. So, and that in itself is why we wanted to go see where we stand, see where we, you know, against that course. And so that was what we had to do, is, you know, at least start somewhere, and we figured we'd start there. So.
Blake, how's it going, buddy?
Doing great, man. Here in Hammertown, just walked in, so.
But yeah, man, just getting things set up right now, just trying to get everything dialed in, get the camp going. The boys are just building the garage right now. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm psyched. Oh man, got the best spot ever. Short course, ringside here, so couldn't be happier, really.
Yeah, we were here, but we got, you know, the 392 media camera car. We got front and rear mounts built out because I didn't want to have to deal with it out here. But we got our front and rear mounts all done up, so hopefully it's still holding strong and everything should hold up at some moderate speeds. Nothing crazy. Rear mount, so we'll be able to get some nice rollers on there, and yeah, we're excited to be here.
What did you feel when you drove in and you saw that site the first time?
Chaos. My tent was sitting in a pond, and it was just like hopeless. They're like, maybe pull way out in the lake bed and wait days for it to dry. But luckily I made some calls and this thing freed up and we're here now. So nice dry, got some sleep last night, starting to feel like a person again.
Got a lot going on this week, so we got a big job with the Fun Haver team and for Fox's brands for JKS and BDS, and we got some great guys from those companies that are going to be out with us. So super stoked for a week of work, week of racing. We'll be pretty much doing it all here. So
show us his race car, man. Show us what you're going to be running this year.
So Bomber Fab, it's had a few previous lives. But we've gone through it, top to bottom. There's nothing I feel iffy about right now, other than like general mechanical transmission overheats because something and something, you know, but we have gone through it. Got new spider tracks, 40 inner, outer spline shafts with their new U-joints, so super confident in that. Awesome, Ross hooked it up on that from spider tracks. Drive shafts are good, gearworks 10-inch, front and rear diffs, everything should be dialed. Like, it's running good, it feels solid, so when you get Blake out here, we're gonna go figure out our navigation. Gotta figure out the course really, so that's the main thing. Get Blake here to really dial in our navigation. But other than that, feels solid. Randy Slauson killed it in this design, I think. I mean, this is a solid truck. And get nothing but compliments from everyone out here about how solid and what a good base we have to work from. So now I just gotta chill out and race a good race. You know, not that much clarity pulling a lake bed, honestly. Be one thing if you were a spectator and you're just jumping in and having fun and seeing what's going on, but for us the lake bed was flooded and we were like, didn't have a campsite, we didn't have a pit, we didn't have anything going on. Called KOH staff and we got super fortunate and had the best spot on the short course free up. So things started turning around fast. But man, from there I was like, wow, when is LCQ? When is lineup? When are the drivers meetings? What are we doing? Like, where do we go? It was chaotic for sure.
How did the pre-running sessions go? What were the goals of the pre-running sessions, and how much time do you guys have to actually do it?
You know, what's funny is I still don't know. Like, all right, we're gonna hike a lot of spots. And like I said, we've been four-wheeling since we were little kids. So I feel really capable of, if I see a line, I know a line, I know the truck's gonna function, operate, not too worried about it. And that was true to the course of once we really ran the, like, I think I ran the LCQ, once before I actually ran the LCQ in the thing. I think it was just the one time. Yeah, I feel like that shook it all out.
Yeah.
I feel good, confident in the car. I'm gonna put a wrench on everything. If we get some more seat time on the pre-qual, that would be awesome. But I think most importantly, because I don't care about placing high in the qualifying.
Yeah.
I know we'll just complete it.
Yeah.
And get a good standing spot. But what I want to do is go get our SD card updated on our navigation and then go run the desert.
Okay.
So I feel great in the rocks. This truck's built for the rocks.
You want to go to the desert in the Can-Am?
Yeah, we can do the Can-Am, or yeah, that's a good idea.
I feel good with save the car?
Yeah, I think save the car. Other than that, desert, back 40, Can-Am was pretty much our go-to. Save the car.
Good morning and welcome back to the 2024 Progressive Insurance King of the Hammers, presented by Nitto Tire and powered by Optima Batteries. It's a beautiful day here in Johnson Valley, California. The sun is shining, some slight clouds in the sky and a little bit of a breeze. Perfect conditions for qualifying, and that's what we're doing today. We're qualifying for the 4400, the biggest and the best races here at King of the Hammers.
So getting to qualifying, total blur for sure. Like, it was incredible, everything I thought it could be. and literally just getting there and having the engine staying running while you're waiting for that flag to wave was phenomenal.
And that is the number 7 of 50 of Oracle Lynn with the in-car camera.
Well, qualifying, I was nervous. I was worried that the car, something would break on the car.
We only had 3 months to get this truck going, to go through it as much as we could, which was basically making sure safety was there, making sure seat belts and fire suits, helmets, Parker pumpers, all that stuff was going. So we did not have that much time. Second we take off, it was incredible. I want to go faster and faster and faster, but I keep telling myself, hey, gotta check up. Don't want to just send it into these rocks. There's a rock in the first part of the course, and that was like what I was just fixated on.
100. Oh no.
The engine's in the back, so whoa, Brian keeping it. There he goes,
nice
he got
save.
it.
First, like 30 people go, and just probably out of the first 30, probably 10 exploded their driver's side tire on this rock. So I'm just like dialed. But it actually was nice because I'm dialed thinking about something, because when you don't have an objective and you're just like get from here to there as fast as I can, it's not a good thought to have.
I do feel like sometimes my job is to be that voice of reason, and I feel like if we can balance that out between him pushing it as hard as he wants to push it naturally, and I can help mitigate that, that's where I see myself providing the most value to Oracle as a driver, is just helping keep him on a sustainable track.
Down through Resolution, and this is Oracle Lynn, I believe, in our picture-in-picture. There he is right there. That is Chase Caprara. Looks like cameras going around the pass.
Yes, that is Oracle Lynn right there in the bottom right-hand side of our screen. They're the ones that do also have that in-car camera. They're out of Colorado in a bomber chassis, LS7. And the first race for them at King of the Hammers is this year.
And I was heading back down, and there was a car that, I don't know if his dad had rolled over or what happened to it, and I had to kind of take a left line, a really strange left line, and clearly at that moment I was still just like, all right, I'm just gonna figure this out really quick.
Oh, look at this. We've got some fire suppression going on Oracle Lynn's car at the bottom of Resolution.
The track marshal just runs up front, blasts the car with the fire extinguisher. I was hoping to just gun it and get the fire to go out. wasn't worried. Not the first time I've been in a racetrack that's on fire.
All right. Well,
That
while
is
we
Justin
wait.
Wicks,
Oh, look at this! It looks like Oracle, whatever it was. It could have just been. My speculation is going to be a small splash of power steering fluid onto an exhaust manifold.
So I was like, you know what, quick flare up, I'll watch it and see if it gets worse, but I kind of knew that's kind of what it was going to be.
I mean, besides catching on fire, that was a little alarming, but after that, it seemed like everything held together. We checked the car afterwards, everything seemed fine, went through all the bolts, all the fluids, and, you know, good to go.
They knew it too. The announcers were saying the same thing. It's like, oh, I bet it's just you know, a little bit of power steering fluid on the exhaust. It was really funny to watch the video because he nailed it. Miles was exactly right. Yeah, chocolate thunder at night.
Mayhem, basically.
everything changes. There's people up there winching off of rocks, boulders are rolling around, things are getting dug out. It's chaos. We definitely don't endorse much of what's happening up there at night. It's amazing how much these people tear this course up. Every line I really routed out for the 4400 route, it's a little different.
All right, so we're getting in line for contingency just now, and we go to put it in reverse, and we got no reverse.
And I go to put the thing in reverse, I've got nothing. Like literally, I'm looking at my transfer case, seeing if it's in neutral, trying to figure out what's happening. There is nothing. There's no first, there's no reverse.
I remember being in the tent, Oracle's in there, he puts it in reverse, and we're all waiting for it to roll out. Nothing happens.
And I was just scrambling. I left the crew with the truck. I'm running from camp to camp, truck to truck. Finally, Randy Slauson's got a transmission for me.
So we got a maximum off-road transmission straight from Randy Slauson right here. Saving our race right here. Such great guys.
Last minute transmission swap just before race day.
I'm Dustin Emick. I'm co-driver for Randy Slauson in the 4400 class. Happy to help out another team. It takes a lot of time and effort, money, and dedication to get out here. So hate to see somebody not be able to race like they prepped and got ready to do. So.
And then went the process.
6 pins bottom, 4 top, 1 left.
Well, this one's further back. That temp sensor output, I don't know if it's gonna work. I just want to be prepared. Well, when the transmission showed up, first thing is checking to make sure it's the right one, because there's slight differences and variances, and got it back into the tent and started tearing into it. We knew we had the transmission, we had time, so we did.
Transmission is out. We look like everything's fitting perfect, so we're so far so good. We're cleaning all of our adapters, gonna silicone them, seal them all up, flush our torque converter out. Just got some transmission fluid and trying to do it right, get everything cleaned up and going. I think we'll be putting the transmission here back in like 20-30 minutes.
And once we get this all clean, we can bolt everything back up and throw it back in the car, and yeah, that should be it. Weirdly enough, I felt relieved because now I could do something, and it almost felt too good to be true that everything was going right. So I felt better about it. And then we got to learn more about the car, and
yeah, I can pull them down for you. So far, I had to modify the outlet shaft by, I think, 1/2 inch maybe? Yeah, a 1/2 inch. We had a couple of little flanges and ears on the transmission. Had to clearance those too. Had to clearance the pan. But we're in now, everything's clearanced. And it's moving. We're gonna try to kind of just quickly get it together, fill it up with coolant or fluid. Hopefully not coolant, Devin.
And welcome
welcome to Johnson Valley, California. I am Miles Hasselquist, and it is the big day for the 2024 Progressive Insurance King of the Hammers, presented by Nitto Tires, powered by Optima Batteries. We are about to kick off the Nitto Race of Kings. We have a 3-lap race here. Lap 1 goes out in the desert, and then lap 2 and 3 are in the rocks. It's going to be one heck of a day. Don't go anywhere.
Getting back onto our feet that morning was kind of surreal and perfect, honestly. Like, I'm sure every other driver that's been out there can understand what I'm saying. And when you get out there and you see the dedication and passion of all the other drivers, everything that's been brought together, all the work that the King of Hammers team has done to put this event together and all the backing it has, you feel it all at once. Like, everything slows down, everything feels right, and whether you make it half a mile or you make it the full course, it was all worth it at that moment.
Showing up that day, everything was just going right, you know, just things felt good. We had time, I didn't feel rushed.
All these other race trucks next to you, the race gas, people are jacking up their differentials, heating up their differentials, and it's just like a learning experience. It seems like everything's slowed down and you can finally take it all in. You just couldn't be prouder, honestly, to be in that moment and actually be in your truck.
Being a spectator, so to speak, and then coming in and being a competitor, it's just, there's just no comparison. And I don't feel like accomplishment, I just feel lucky. I'm lucky to have the people around me that I do.
Just kind of like, yeah, nothing else you can really compare it to.
Lauren Healy, we can see there in the bottom right of our screens. Lauren charging hard. Now, Lauren's had some really unlucky lap 1 moments in the last couple of years. Let's see what he can do this year.
Oh, a huge upside down 44.
We get to the lineup and we're sitting next to another bomber chassis, which is rad. And we hit it. We go around the first corner, and out of my peripheral view, there's a dude rolling over.
Last couple of years. Let's see what he can do this year.
Oh, a huge upside down 43-33.
Yeah, that is Rich Goldman there. Oh.
And I yelled over at Blake, I'm like, dude, did that dude just like flip over almost onto us? He's like, I think so, man. He's like, let's pace ourselves from here. I was like, yeah, let's pace ourselves. This is a lot. So we roll up to Turkey Claw and get there. We notice there's a little bit of a traffic jam.
Yeah, now Jason Blanton came out here. Yeah,
with Oracle Lynn, I believe they're in Turkey Claw at a complete stop with all the traffic.
Indeed. Now. in that tread plate. Oh my word.
Turkey Claw. This is why qualifying was so important a few days ago. They are sitting here. I would get my co-driver out to help the guy in front of you, help the guy behind you.
As soon as I saw a break in the clouds there, like I went for it. And honestly, we were through Turkey Claw so fast.
The years past that I'd seen the desert sections, it just looked like everybody was able to go so fast. And when we were on that first lap in that desert section, it was brutal. Like every time we get going, it just would like start bucking us around.
In-car live feeds right now.
So who do we have on screen here?
Cameron Steele, bottom right. Tommy Dykstra, top right.
Yeah, Tad Dowcat and Oracle Lynn. Now, Oracle Lynn, last time we saw them, they were actually stationary inside Turkey Claw. So great to see them still moving.
We're cruising pretty good. Hit a few whoops really hard. I'm doing pretty good, staying in it. But all of a sudden, I could tell that the back end felt floaty, like it wanted to come around the front end. I could tell that the front end was not pulling its weight anymore at this point. I think we got not quite completely sideways at 85, 90 after hitting these whoops, and I just stayed in it, but that front end was not pulling me straight anymore. It was just drifting. So at that moment, we pull in the pits, we get fueled up. We're still hopeful that we can, be running and see what's going on here. Spin the drive shaft, nothing's turning on the front end, no axles, no anything. So jack it up, pull the third. It deflected a little bit and popped all the ring gear bolts. And so it just disintegrated, was free spinning in there, nothing driving anything. And we didn't have a spare part. We switched the transmission last night. That held up perfect. We made it through the first lap and found out that we only had rear wheel drive. So we were like, all right, let's make the call. Stop here at pit one. Lap one was super successful, really fast, had a lot of fun. And we're right here at pits with the truck. So now we can just kind of relax, learn from everything that kind of came of it. Could have pushed on and tried to find a part, but honestly, I felt so accomplished in the learning process and knowing that we'd be ready for next year, that there was no reason to scramble, get hectic. We didn't break down 50 miles out and have to leave our truck side of the course. We can drive this truck into the race trailer, prep it for next year, and be good to go. And then hopefully get Gearworks to fix this 10-inch differential. That was really surprising that went out. That was like the last part I expected to go out. But it's what it is. That's why it's racing. We tore the truck apart completely.
There's a lot of things that we didn't like and didn't know about the rig, specifically the wiring, the seating, and learning from taking out that transmission. We redesigned the whole interior.
Gearworks new True 10 front diff and rear thirds and spares.
You know, I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, I feel good about the parts. I feel like we got the spares we need. I feel like we've got a lot of the pieces of the puzzle that were missing in the past.
It's just better. I mean, that's what you got to do, is constantly improve, and even the small things make a big difference in the end. So
really excited for this year to, you know, kind of capitalize on the things that we've learned. You know, we'll have a little bit better shot this time. We're better prepared this year. We have our spares, we have our parts, we have the car gone through, we have the pieces that we didn't have last year figured out. And I think that's going to play a huge role in how we place and how we do this year.
At least having a year under our belt is going to help us exponentially.